Draco here, and today we have a pretty cool list. This weekend we had in the Modern Challenge 2 Merfolk decks in the top 32, which is kind of out of the ordinary. So it seems like Medallion Hexcatcher and the other good tools we have is doing really well for the Merfolk. So one of the decks that was performing well was actually the deck we tried last time, but this time around we wanted to do a list that STDLR was successful with, and I actually really like this list. This is kind of more my style of play, where you still have the Force Negations, you still have the subtleties, but you also rely on the Medallion Hexcatcher as a really great way of stacking up on Lords. So this is a really good list, I think, and I think if I were to go to a tournament tomorrow, I would recommend going for something like this. So let's look into the list. Let's look into the list here. So as you can see, we have it here. We have the list right here. I'm gonna just push it up a bit here. Gotta see some cards. See them here. Okay, so what's actually going on here? We have a classic mana base of 20 lands. So going 20 lands means that you're cutting down the Glasspool Mimics. So eliminating Glasspool Mimics in this list. And I think that's a pretty nice choice at the moment, because normally Glasspool Mimics, you want to have them so we have extra Lords. And right now we do have the extra Lords from the Hexcatcher. So now we have 12 Lords. We don't necessarily need the Glasspool Mimic, which can be kind of clunky and slow. So instead we run 20 lands, 2 Cavern of Souls, because we have a lot of creatures in this deck, so it's okay to have 2 Cavern of Souls. We have 4 Mutavaults still, of course, great card, and getting better because of Hexcatcher. You can sacrifice the Mutavault and you can, to the Hexcatcher if you need to, but you can also play the Hexcatcher off the Mutavault, which is nice. 2 Otavaras, of course, and 2 Warlock Groves, so you can cycle some of the lands away later. And one of the things I of course have to remember is to get cool islands for the deck, so I need to remember that. And you know, this is important. This is kind of like one of the most important things. So we, of course, I gotta say today, flavor-wise, we are still going for some old lands here. But I think we'll make do. We'll make do here. I actually really like these lands. This is so nice with the purple and the yellow colors. They're running a couple of 2-drops, 1-drops here. Resident Dockhand. Now we go full art today. I like this flavor as well. So we have a couple of more 1-drops. You can both sack them to Hexcatcher, or you can play them up with Ether Vial. We also go for brown Ether Vials or bronze Ether Vials today. I really like the Catalyst design. These are pretty cool. And we have here the Lord of Atlantis, Hexcatchers, all the 2-drops we like. Some more Border Force Negations. We got the new on the flavorful alternate art on Sverloon, full border here, and of course full for subtlety as well. So we're going a bit of flavor style today. In the sideboard you have the extra version. Notice here 3 Force Negations, and you have the extra in the sideboard both for subtlety and Sverloon, or subtlety and Force Negation. And I like the fact that you can then tinker around a bit and remove a Force Negation and put in a subtlety if subtlety is better. We have a lot of singletons here in this list. I like the approach. Kira, 1 Brazen Borrower, 1 Spreading Seas, 1 Hercules Recall, 1 Graph Digger's Cage, and then you have a couple of 2-offs. Flusterstorm, which is still a really good counter spell in this meta. Charge of the Void is still great. 2 Unlicensed also going to the edge here with the art, and a couple of Dismembered for the sideboard. Let's take this deck for a spin. Round 1 against this guy here, Matto. And notice we have our trusted sponsor or trusted pet Lumi with us here. Nice to have him supporting us today. Hopefully that'll be a good thing. And this hand, I think we can keep it. We on the draw, so we can see if we want to run out the Tide Shaper early or not. But I think we gotta keep this hand. It's not exciting, but it's decent. It's decent. And let's see here. And of course, I want to thank my sponsor, Card Hoarder, which is a great service. You can buy cards, you can rent cards, and that's where I just got these cool full art Otavaras looking like Star Wars, Starship Destroyers or something. Okay, against the Wooded Foothills in the Dark. I think actually against the Wooded Foothills in the Dark, I consider running out the Tide Shaper as a 1-drop. We drew the Force Negation, but Wooded Foothills could of course mean a lot of things, but many times it's actually, you know, the Omnath or the Creativity deck, and they run islands, so he might find island here. So I think I want to do this. And if you find Renaissance, I can force negation it, so there won't be a catastrophe. Let's see an island here. Oh, it's Sacred Foundry. Okay, so it's a burn deck. Yeah, I'll let him lightning bolt me here. I want to save the force negation to maybe, you know, if he's Searing Blaze or something like that. Much better to use force negation on that. Yeah, that's a Searing Blaze. I want to counter that one. That's a much better line. Because then we can put the pressure back on him. And here I think I just want to run up the master. And attack in for 2. We want to put the pressure back on him. Searing Blaze is such an amazing card because, you know, just pitting a land and then casting it means that not only do you kill a creature off for 3, but you also get to do a lot more than that. You can see here again, what a great card. Great card here. And he does for 3 as well. And Levis back. Okay, we're taking the damage here. Here Svedum would be a good draw, so we can get a card engine up. Yeah, but I don't mind the Lord. This means that we can put on pressure as well. Both on 11, he has 2 cards. I think with Vidal and Hexcatcher, we got a bit of a better matchup against Burn here. If he attacks, we're gonna take it. Oh, Boros Charm. Seems, yeah. That's not good. So we go to 5 here, or do we block? I think we have to go to 5. Here, I think I want to play out. Yeah, definitely playing out the Otavara. Not that one. I want to play the Added first. Showing the Trickster. And then we'll attack for 4, and we can tap down his creature. And he's dead next turn, so unless he has 2 removal spells here. Maybe we should have blocked actually, but he has to have 2 burn spells here. And not one of them was a land, so he has to have 2 burn spells, and it has to be 1 mana burn spells. So I think we're looking pretty decent. Here we tap down this one. Here the Trickster is really nice. And go to sideboarding. Okay, you got it to 5. Pretty good, pretty good. Dismembers, you don't want to have them in here. They're not worth it. Tilted Void is a consideration, but I think they're better on the play. Brazen Borrow can be interesting, just to bounce something. Force Negation is good. We want to get that in. We want to get the Flusterstorms in. We want to get the... we don't like the Kiras. That's also because the Kiras... they're not going to target the remove spells on us. But we want to actually consider putting in Spreading Seas because that's a pretty good mana denial strategy. So these 5 cards are decent. Svelun could be a bit too slow here. The Dark Candice is an early blocker. That's fine. We'll keep that in. Subtlety is also pretty good to do that early to remove on. But I think 3 is fine. We can cut out some of the Lords and Svelun. I think actually cutting Lords here is just absolutely fine because we're gonna be on the more controlist part of it. So it's just cutting 4 Lords, I think it's fine. We still have ways of buffing up the team. I didn't put in the Chalice here, but we do that if we get on the play on the last turn. Oh, this hand is interesting. The problem is that we have the Warlock Grove is annoying, but we'll keep it. We got the Ether Vial for the copper version of Ether Vial, so we'll keep this hand. We can also subtlety something early. Maybe we don't want to face down Ragavan in turn 1. if we play a Ragavan turn 1, I think we want to subtlety it. And then we can play Ether Vial, and then when he finally gets his Ragavan up and running, we have something to block it with. But Warlock Grove is annoying here. The back side of this card is against burn. Let's see if he got it. No. Okay, slow hands from him. That's really good for us. Another card I really wanna subtlety is the I can't remember the card now, but the card that's 2 mana, 2 red mana, 2/2, and when they play spells, they take damage. That's just a beating. Maybe that comes in here, and then I want to subtlety it. Definitely want to subtlety it, but either bot is good against that card. Goblin Guide. I don't think I want to counter Goblin Guide because I have Trickster next turn to tap it down, so that's absolutely that's fine. We'll take the 2 points of damage from Goblin Guide. Ooh, we drew a land. That's perfect. That's beautiful. We don't take damage from the Warlock Grove. Notice this here, because actually the side shapers are going to do work. We put down the cavern, saying Merfolk, and now we can play down a tide shaper and target the Sacred Foundry. Because all of their manas is always, there's no colorless mana in burn. It's always like one red, or 1 red and 1 white, or 2 red. It's never colorless mana. So tide shapers is somewhat functioning like a Stone Ring. I know that sounds crazy, but it's not really that bad. So by doing this, we really deny him mana, and he might of course remove this tide shaper now to get the red mana back, but then the burn spell he uses is not going to go to our face, so that's always going to be something that I enjoy when that happens. Yes. And that's it for me. I'm glad that I have the tide shaper as well now, so we have another blocker. If he attacks in, we'll just put in the tide shaper and block. Unless, of course, he removes the other tide shaper. Maybe he does that now. Yeah, it does. Yeah, look at this. It's crazy. So now I don't think I want to block with the tide shaper. It's just so, we're just going to take the damage here. No drawing a lane. It's an Ether Vial on top, that's not good for us, but we'll take the damage here. I think I want to tide shaper again. It's just annoying for him. And next turn we have the Ether Vial up and running. I don't think I want to play the Ether Vial down. Don't want to take too much damage. We're definitely going to do this again. Just such an annoying play for him. We only in 16, so it's looking pretty good. This to get the Sacred Foundry. That's also annoying for him because that's his white source. So now he's gonna burn this. Searing Blaze on that one. That's a good play. That's a good play. We can counter it though because he does not have any instant into the battlefield triggers. So by putting the Lord in, we're gonna counter that removal spell here. Because he didn't have a land drop, so we're only gonna take 1 point of damage as well, so that's actually pretty good for us. We put in the Warlock Grove, and the consideration, I think it's worth it here to take 1 point of damage to get in the Ether Vial. Is that worth it? I don't want to take damage. I don't want to take the damage. I think we can do it here. I think it's okay. It's worth getting the other Ether Vial in. And now notice that we also have the Tide Shaper versus 33, so his attack looks bad unless you want to kill off the master. Yeah, look here. His mana denied pretty well here. And he can Lightning Bolt that one. We can't do anything against that. And here he's going to attack. Hopefully going to draw a land. We do. I think now we want to block. Don't want to take too much damage. We're going to win the long game. We just have to pass here, right? We're gonna tick this one up so we can get in the Svaelun. We can still play the Trickster. Ooh, that's nice. So I think I want to play this here. We have the option of Subtlety, and then you can play the Svaelun. So I think I don't want to put in the adept. We get that in from the wild next turn. So let's just pass here. Then we have a Subtlety up and running. I think we're looking pretty good here. Yeah. Nothing. I don't hate it. We put in the Svaelun. And we put in the Trickster. I think I want to wait on cracking the Warlock Grove. We can do that later. And we're gonna tick this one up. And this one up. That looks really good for us. Path to Exile. Okay, let's see if we can draw a Flusterstorm. Or Force Negation or something. No. Use sideboard. I did put in the Flusterstorm, so I have one more draw if I crack the Warlock Grove. Is that worth it? I think it is actually. There's the Flusterstorm, good. And he concedes. Okay, so we've managed to find the Flusterstorm. That's pretty good. And we'll be right back for the next round, round 2 in a bit. Okay, round 2. Let's see if we can draw a good hand up against the Cookie Snow. Cookie Snow. Nice. This hand is risky. We on the draw. I'll keep this. A hand with either while, I'll keep it anytime. Let's keep. And of course, if you like what I do here, if you like the content, don't forget, it really means a lot if you like the video. And also you can follow me, subscribe to my channel, youtube.com/c/Dracoing. This way I put all my content. That would really mean a lot, guys. So thank you so much. And also thank you for all the good comments I get in the YouTube chat. I have a lot of, I love having these discussions. And always when you have something to comment on, go ahead. I love when people I actually find when I do misplays. Last time I forgot to. So I had a Trickster out and I attacked. He used a Fire Ice, and I had a Hexcatcher in hand. I was like, I can't count the Fire Ice. That makes no sense. But I could have just played the Hexcatcher as a way to buff up the Trickster. So that would have been such a great play. But in my mind, the Hexcatcher was just a counterspell and not the instant speed lord. So every time you find where I make something where you're saying, that's actually a good line here, let me know in the chat. I love that. I love because that also improved my play. Oh man, Cookie Snow is mulliganing a lot. Yep, he's already down to 5 cards and now he's considering going to 4. If that's the case, then it could be Tron. They're typically a relatively aggressive mulligan deck. But I would hate going to 4 on the play, especially. He goes to 4. No, it's Cookie Snow. It's not good. It's not good going so far down. I don't even think he likes these 4. No. But actually I think when you're looking at the different arts here, we have the old border art, we have the new border art, retro frame, new frame, and then these full art frames. If you were to do a general consensus of the 3, and you can choose only one that they print cards in, No, that's just fixed. It's much cooler that they print them in different. But if you can choose one of those three, would you prefer that they use the retro frame, new frame, or the full art frame? What's your favorite of these three? If you have to choose one, that's always going to be the card we use. Let me know in the chat. Okay, so the Cookie Bro is ready. Oh my, Tide Chipper. Tide Chipper target. Oh, Amulet of Vigor. Okay, so yeah, it's been some time since I played against Amulet Titan. Let's draw an island. That would be really nice. We did draw an island. Look at this. You can't see it, but we did. And that's really good because that means we can kill off the User next turn. That's a perfect draw. That's the best draw we had. That could be a game breaker for him to do that. That could be a game breaker. Ooh, you can answer that land. Yeah, this is just so hard for him, having when he's going so far down on resources that we can then kill off a land. I think that's almost like prompting a concession. I never really figured out, you know, why the Tide Chipper and this work so well in that interaction. But you know, this bit just being this insane land destruction spell against Ursasega is one of the things that for me keeps Ursasega in check. I don't think people hate on Ursasega a lot. I'm not as much against it. I don't think it's dominating the meta game. I think it's pretty cool flavor. I think it's pretty good design. Okay, in this case, I think I want to see if I can draw the land. So let's just play this one down, showing Lord of Atlantis. Oh, that's a good draw. Let's just put down the Lord of Atlantis as well and start beating in here. No need to get cute here. They don't have that much removal. Really nice that we have the subtlety here. You know, discussing the different types of frames. This is just so cool, you know. Big insight point. Okay, we gotta get in. We gotta get in the force negation. We gotta get in the subtleties. Force negation is, you know, up in the air, but the reason why I like them is especially on the draw. You want to counter that Amulet Titan, you need Amulet Vigor, or otherwise they'll just run away from your game. We're gonna put in the Spreading Seas because that'll allow us to do something against the Ursasega land. We're gonna put in the Dismembers because they run these, you know, the Dryad. We want to kill that Dryad. Graphics Cage is an interesting one. Looking at the deck, they are running this interesting. They're typically running Pact or something, right? So Pact, Summoner's Pact. Yeah, people run Chalice against Summoner's Pact sometimes. I don't know if I like that, but Pact and Graphics Cage is also a good interaction. I think that would work as well. Maybe we just want to get in the Chalices against the Pact. Chalice for 0 against Pact. That's pretty good. We like the Hex Catchers. We can definitely cut down on Dog Hands. I don't think they're good in this matchup. Tricks is also pretty good. We can cut a Svealoon. We can cut a set of lores. I think that's not the most important, especially on the draw here. So I think this is absolutely fine. You could argue for Brazen Borrow, but I don't think it's worth it against these small creatures. So let's try the Chalice for 0. I got that recommendation a couple of times, so I don't know if it's correct to do. This hand is nice. We got the Force Negation. That's good. Maybe the Hex Catch is actually not even that hot in this matchup. We'll keep. Because, you know, Chalice is good, because you can Chalice the... Okay, no. You can Chalice the Amulet. Okay, let's put an island down. Cookie Snow. Okay, yeah, better draw for him this time around. But not an insane draw, gotta say. This is kind of slow. And we got the same Merfolk here. So here we just want to hold up Hexcatcher and Trickster. So if we don't get something to Hexcatcher, we'll put in the Trickster. Otherwise, I would like to use the Hexcatcher or something here. The Dryad, okay. The Dryad, we can't do not much about it here. He can play it on another land. Now we can tap it. We can tap down the Dryad. We have to put pressure on here, so I think it's worth it. And now it's going to be us again, and we can put down the Sverloon. This member is also such a great play here because he's using this a lot. Maybe we should rather just kill it off here. And play down the... Hold up the Hexcatcher maybe. Yeah, let's hold up the Hexcatcher. So he has already 4 mana, so the next turn we can see Asakura Tri-Builder is pretty good. Yeah, that means he'll probably get the Primeval Titan down next turn. We don't have anything pretty good coming in. We play the Hexcatcher, we have Force Negation up. That's too little too late. It's kind of frustrating here. I think we're gonna get down the Sverloon. Hopefully Summon's Pact. But let's, if we want to get down to it, we're just gonna attack here for the 3, he'll gonna block. And only this doesn't count as an island. One of the rare cases where it actually would be good for us if it was an island. And now we play the Sverloon and pass. Hopefully we can get a good target for the Force Negation here. Indestructible Sverloon though, it's pretty good. And without the Amulet he can't do anything crazy with the Primeval Titan. Especially because we killed off the Dryad, so he won't get anything like, you know, the Valakut triggers up and running. We can counter the Force with Force Negation, we can counter the Summon's Pact if it comes to that, and next turn we can also play the Master down. Start beating in for a lot of damage. Yeah, I don't think he likes his position here, Mr. Cookie Snow. I don't think he is up in arms. Look at all this old border action. Force Engaging, I think, is a really well-designed card. One of the original favorite cards was, for me, way back in the days, was Force of Will. Force of Will, what a card! It's just such an amazing card. And back in the days, it was kind of, you know, back when I was a kid playing, Force of Will wasn't that exciting because, you know, it wasn't that broken. Here, the Force of Will. It's the Force of Will. Let's see, it's been printed originally way back when. It originated from Alliances. And this card is not necessarily in the old days, you know, 5 mana for a counterspell was really like slow and you have to play a card and stuff like that. And what are you gonna counter back in the days? You counter Serra Angel? That seems so bad. But nowadays, it's actually one of the big things that in the Eternal formats, especially in, you know, you can counter something like Broken Stuff. Here we'll definitely counter that one. And we'll exile Force Negation. Away with you. Maybe he has one more. And then I think that's why the chalice is so cool. Here comes the Titan. He did have the Titan. Now we need a Tie Shaper. I wonder what you can find here. Interesting lines. What are you gonna find, Mr. Snow? I feel like a Bond villain. Excellent, Mr. Snow. Do your thing with your Primeval Titan. It's actually a pretty good play here, since we don't have anything unblockable going through. If I top deck the Tie Shaper, we can't even play it because we don't have Master in. So, but we can attack with Sverloon Indestructible and getting some card drawing. But he can of course block, so not most interesting. Okay, he found his lands. Semi-Growth Chamber and Tolarian West, so that means that he can use that to transmute. Interesting. And then he can find another version. So we need to do something stat here. If we draw another Dismember, we also have the option of going with that. Because now he can transmute for 3 mana and find another version. That's not the card we needed here. I think we need to have... what can we do here? So the problem is that we are not unblockable. We can't get unblockable because all of this is no islands here. So we have to just attack with Sverloon to draw a card. It's really awkward. Yeah, but we have to do it. Hopefully draw Dismember, that would be amazing. Well, that's also okay. That's also okay. It's more creatures. Yes, you block. And we'll play one of these guys down. So now next turn, Sverloon can be so big that Primeval Titan can block it, but it's not necessary that we get so much time. He'll get free reign of doing whatever he wants here. Here comes the Dryad, that's not good. So he can summon us Pact. Yeah. He found the Dryad. And now I can start shooting with Valakut. Get 4 triggers here. Yeah, and you'll have to pay the ward. Pay the ward. Pay the ward. Pay the ward. And now I can't do anything about this. It'll die. Good place by Cookie Snow here. This one will die. And this one will die. Yes. We take 6 points of damage, so not looking hot here. We need the subtlety earlier. Ooh, another one. Yeah, okay, he's going for us. Don't think we can do much here. Another one. Okay. Good game. Damn. Well played by the Cookie Snow. Is there anything we want to change? I think it's fine. Maybe we can cut down on force negation. Maybe get in Lord. We want to be a bit more aggressive. It's just a really small change, but let's do it. This hand is a definite keeper. We have pretty much everything we want. Either Vial, Spreading Seas. One thing we lack is the subtlety for the Titan, but we can maybe be faster than that. He's also considering if he should keep his 7. I think he should. It was better for him having 7 cards than 4 cards. And he's actually mulliganing here to 6 cards, so he has a rough time ahead. He's not getting the best cards, Mr. Snow here. Okay, 1-1. We are 1 up. Okay, and we're back. And so he kept his 6, and we're just gonna run out the Ether Vial. We're gonna see if we can maybe save the Spreading Seas for the Ursa Saga. The problem would be if he had the amulet here. Wouldn't mind him not having that. That looks like amulet. Yes. Okay. It's a bit uphill. I think we want to put out the edits as fast as possible now. Hexcatcher, okay. Gives us a couple of plays next turn. We showed the Master, but he might run away with the game too fast here. Because, you know, the Amulet Stars is the most dangerous. Ah, not that exciting. Otavara, that's really nice. I like Otavara in this matchup. So, because of these weird lands, I don't like Spreading Seas here because, you know, he'll be able to just get that back. So I think it's better just to put out the Sverloon. And if you want to put out the Sverloon, it's better to put it out after attacks. So we put out the island, we'll just attack for 2. And we put out the Sverloon here. Now we have Hexcatcher up. And we have Master up. So I'll put down Master if nothing crazy happens. Look at all the life gain. Another amulet. Okay, he's a bit stumbling here. He's stumbling a bit here, I gotta say. I keep this on 2. And now I'm considering... Let's just put out the Hexcatcher for damage here. I gotta say I like this. Spreading Seas here. This land generates 2 two mana types, but it's the wrong kind. And then I'll maybe run a whole lot of Otavara instead. I'm not quite sure here, but drawing a card is not the worst. It gives me the option of finding something that's good. Let's hold over to Vara. Holding over to Vara is fine. It only costs 3 mana because of the Svealoon. But he should be dead next turn. Summoners Pact. Okay, so he has to win now. What if bounce one of the amulets here? Would that help anything? We also counter it. But it's 4 creatures we have to kill, so that's not worth it. Let's just let it happen. He has to reveal it. What is he finding? And now I'm considering if I should have Spreading Seas, the Boros Charm. I think I should actually, Boros Garrison. I don't think he even knows what to find here. Okay, and he did find the Titan. I should have bounced it here. What's gonna happen now? I should have bounced it on the trigger. But I can trickster. I think it's better to trickster the Titan when it comes in now. Because the concept is that he's gonna find the Did I let him go off here? I don't think Boros Garrison would have changed anything. Because if it's Dryad, yeah, he's transmuting to find to find Summoner's Pact now. To find the Dryad, right? Then I can just bounce a Trickster the Dryad. He's going for the combo kill. You need the Dryad for the combo kill. You'll also need more lands. No engineered explosives. 2 mana. Okay, that's fine. I'll just counter that. If that's really the line, that seems so bad. So what I'll do here is that I'll put down Trickster on the Pamil Titan. And then we'll counter this one, sacrificing Adept. You have to pay a mana. Now I don't think he can do more. You don't have more mana, right? He did play a land this turn. Okay, nice try by Cookie Snow here. Okay, that was a great little showing for the deck here, and we are 2-0 in the league. I will of course be playing this league, continuous league, another time around. So stay tuned for more action with this league, because I really think this deck performed well. We are 2-0 in the league. And it looked really nice. So thank you for watching, and of course, as always, if you like my content, like the video, that would be nice. So thanks for watching, guys, and see you when we continue the run for the next time. We can see if we can get the trophy. Bye, guys.